How often do you need to state your theme? As many times as possible, um, but you definitely need to make sure that all witnesses say it and all attorneys say it. Something that is very important and can be easily objected to during a mock trial is not laying the foundation. The first thing you do during a direct examination is you lay the foundation for your witness. What does that mean? You're just asking the witness who they are. Your first question is going to be, state your name for the record, and the witness will state their name. And then you'll ask a variety of questions that basically establish how the witness is connected to the case. You may say, how do you know the defendant? How do you know the victim? Or what is your profession? Or where were you on January 8th, or some important date in the case? You're basically asking them questions that's going to show how they're qualified to testify. If you jump right in and skip the foundation and ask what is called substantive questions about your case, like why did the defendant commit the murder? Why did the victim hit the defendant? Something like that. Before you ask foundation questions, you're going to get objected to. If you're a witness or attorney, you need to pay attention to the foundation. And if you look in the affidavit, there's going to be a little section, it should be pretty obvious, that just sounds like a biography. Why is that in there? That's to help you write a foundation. Your questions should be aimed at bringing that information out. Now, I'll give you a strategy. How many foundation questions should you ask? I recommend that you ask just a few, because it gets kind of boring when you ask 100 foundation questions to get out the entire biography. What I would do is ask a few questions aimed at certain information, like what is your educational background, and you just have the witness tell their entire educational background. If you ask them about every single school they went to and every single scholarship they got, it's going to become very boring. It's the witness's responsibility to remember the important foundation information. Now, as an attorney, if your witness is freezing up and forgetting the foundation information, you need to know it as well and kind of ask them more questions and coax them to tell you more information. But really, my goal is for the witnesses to memorize it, and the attorneys will just ask a few questions so we can get that foundation out of the way. It's not going to be that important, the foundation to making our case. It's just something we want to do so we can get those points and move on to making our case. It does come into a little bit of importance with experts because they're allowed to testify about a lot more things than a lay witness, but we'll talk about that during the special foundation video that I'm going to do. You don't have to lay the foundation during a cross, just so you know, cross examinations, you can jump right into hammering the person and making them look bad and making their case look bad. You don't need to ask any questions about who they are. Be polite, but hammer them.